A feel-good follow-up story 2 years in the making. We first told you about Michaelyn Buck in 2014.
Doctors had diagnosed her with a gruesome neurological disease. They had to remove part of her brain. Today, we are happy to report on her progress.
In a young girl's life, a lot can happen in a year, let alone 2. Michaelyn Buck knows this better than most kids.
Give me a kiss, come back.
We first met this little girl 2 years ago. When she was just 10, doctors diagnosed Michaelyn Buck with Rasmussen's encephalitis. It's a gruesome neurological disease that affects about 1 in a million kids under the age of 10. The disease is characterized by frequent and severe seizures, loss of motor skills and speech, and paralysis on one side of the body. This was Michaelyn in 2014. Wheelchair dependent, she had to change schools twice. But she never stopped smiling.
Oh my God!
And that made others smile. Her classmates rallied around her, wishing her well in 2014.
Good luck!
When Michaelyn had surgery, doctors removed the left part of her brain. The goal was for the right part to take over, helping her move and speak once again. This is Michaelyn now. Walking after physical therapy and occupational therapy that she gets a few times a week.
It's hard work, huh?
She sings in her school choir, and her speech grows every day. She's also said goodbye to her chair.
She walked from the stairs all the way to the bus and on the steps and sat in the chair and looked at me like, I did it. I was like, yeah, you did. We was all excited.
What has been the biggest milestone for you so far?
The biggest thing you can do.
Yeah, the swimming.
But most of all, throughout all of this, Michaelyn Buck is still doing it all with a smile. And it's that smile that's inspired everybody else.
So Michaelyn actually went down to St. Louis. There's no one here in Nebraska that actually can treat her. So she's been going down to St. Louis for these appointments. So she had her final appointment actually last week in St. Louis. 2 years seizure-free, and doctors say she's doing great. And you know, it's a story that's very near and dear to our hearts because we've been covering it again for the past 2 years, and to see the way that she's progressed and is able to take in those questions and be able to answer them, and all with a smile. She's doing great.
Oh, wow. I mean, just heartbreak. I mean, it's amazing to see such an incredible story and the technology today with those kinds of advancements.
Definitely, definitely. And as you saw, she was out walking outside in great weather to go out for a little bit of a walk compared